Newton's laws of motion, forces and its types. So we are going to start Newton's laws of motion, forces and its types for JEE Mains. Here we say a push or pull on an object which tries to change the state is known as force. Now when we talk about state means it has state of rest, state of motion, and another will be state of motion with direction changed. That means we can say when a push or pull changes the state of rest of an object to state of motion, a force has to be there. A force on an object has to be there which can change the object's state of rest to state of motion. Or we can say state of motion to state of rest. That means either a push or pull which can change the object's state of motion to state of rest, that quantity is defined as force. Or we can say state of motion to state of motion with direction changed. That means this is the best example we can have, either uniform circular motion, which we will discuss in later on classes, uniform circular motion, or I can say non-uniform circular motion. So we can say state of motion to state of motion with direction changed. So here we can say uniform circular motion. I just extend little bit, speed remaining constant, direction changed. Or non-uniform circular motion, I can say speed as well as direction changes. This we'll discuss in later on chapters named as circular motion. So we can say a push or pull on an object which tries to change the state is known as force. State I defined as state of rest, state of motion, or state of motion with direction changed. State of rest to state of motion, either push or pull, the quantity is defined as force. Or state of motion to state of rest, we can say again a quantity has to be there, either a push or a pull on an object, known as force. And state of motion to state of motion with direction changed, we can say either uniform circular motion or non-uniform circular motion. And I extended a little bit what is uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion, which we will discuss in later on chapters. Unit of force is kg meter per second square, or we say Newton in SI system, or gram centimeter per second square, or dynes in CGS system. So 1 Newton equals to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. These are the units. And dimensional formula of force is mLT minus 2. These are the units of forces. dimensional formula of forces. MLT of force is MLT minus 2, and SI unit and CGS unit I have already discussed about it. Now we will discuss about types of forces. In types of forces we will have gravitational force, electromagnetic force, we will have nuclear force, we will have weak force. Gravitational force we will define like a force between two masses is defined as G m1 m2 divided by r square. Detailed we will discuss when we go to gravitation chapter. Electromagnetic force, here we will discuss about like force between two charges, like charges repel, unlike charges attract, that is F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square, or we can have F is equal to q into v cross b. That we will discuss in case of when we go to the chapters of electrostatics or we go to magnetism. And nuclear force we will discuss about when we go to modern physics. And weak forces we will talk about forces between two elementary particles which have no significance when we discuss about Newton's laws of motion. Basically, here we are going to discuss about electromagnetic force in a macroscopic way, not in a microscopic way. Like we'll discuss, we'll extend this electromagnetic force as